the moment, so they switched it up recently. But Snacks, man, we were bigging him up before, and
yeah, like I just feel like he's the king of the middle area. Like that vent position, like he does play, like it's so like important because it's obviously the gateway between B and middle for me is the biggest choke point on the map. It's the part of the map you want to be controlling as terrorists, just to kind of open the map up and leave the CTs guessing as to what's going on. That's going to be so important in this game, I think. Like his input for their CT side is so massive, and we can see they've actually opted for a nice. I like this. There's actually rifles coming in for a CD setup for once. I've got a couple of MP7s there, but that situation obviously this is going to be a pretty clean hold, I feel, for VP. We can see MVUs are opting for the Tech 9s and armor. Not much in terms of utility here. They've got one flashbang and one smoke, so it'll be difficult for them to get out to the bomb site with that.
Yeah, I'd probably imagine they're going to go for the smoke on between toxic barrels and the red container.
Yeah,
that would be my prediction. Or they can try to smoke the CT main area. I guess those are the two most effective single smokes for a push, whether it's A or mid. And they have started to set up players around Squeaky as well, so you would expect that the play will arrive on the A bomb site. Now, Bjarly is there in his usual positions around Forklift. He's very good at this, but he's about to have quite a lot of players charging into him. He's got support from Taz as well, so as EnVyUs go and position for this push, I have to see how effective it's really going to be. Taz is, he's going to have a double angle of Bjarly. This is going to get messy for EnVyUs, surely. In they go, and they get completely sprayed down. So that is that.
Yeah,
basically.
Very technical from them. Like that's the advantage to having the FAMASs as opposed to the MP7s. Sometimes you've just got that bullet penetration to go through multiple enemies. Unless they came at that door, then it's got absolutely mowed down there, even with the armor on board. So that's going to be another clean sweep for VP there. And have they even dropped a kill yet?
No,
they haven't. So 2 rounds in and no one's even died yet. So it's going very, very well for them indeed.
Alright, and they've got 2 SMGs still and 2 FAMAS, so pretty cost efficient opening, that's for sure. And EnVyUs just nothing to do but to eco. And with everything going as it has so far, it really feels like VirtusPro are just in a good vibe at the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. After that momentum they've carried on from the CT side of Train, like being that dominant on the side of on any Counter-Strike map is going to leave you feeling really good going into the second map. Your bonding as a team is flowing really well. Like they can probably in quite high spirits. Like this opening round couldn't have gone. These opening couple of rounds couldn't have gone any better for them. So they're in a fantastic position now. They seem to keep this momentum flowing.
Oh, that's nice as well. We get the long-range pick there from Snacks at the back of Checkers. And that's going to remove the player and B storage, so they could even try to push it if they want, but they know that there's pistols in play. They know that they can't have anything but just Glocks and no Kevlar, so...
Yeah, no bombs been planted here at all, no kills being made. It's just a full Glock. I think they've got a couple of PT-50s in there, but nothing at all going to be happening here. They might go 3 rounds without actually getting a kill here.
Yeah, looking like that's going to happen. Just a happy left over. He's spotted, and he will get eliminated. So no kills still, 3 rounds in. And it's not so common, I don't think, that this actually happens.
It's like actual Counter-Strike happening. Like when you win the pistol round, there's like nothing stressful happening. Actually getting 3 rounds for once. Like it's actually quite refreshing. It's just reminding me of my youth.
And they actually have so much money built up because of the extra kill reward from these SMGs, but they're slowly discarding them. We see Bjarly has an M4 now as well, but is it a fast mid take here? A little execute into middle to get that control, but Snacks is doing his usual tricks, up close and personal, picking up the kills. Very nice challenge there from VirtusPro to hold on to middle, but Shoxy's still in there. But they have been flanked by Snacks, who's moved all the way in now. So Shox below the boost with no support and the bomb on his back. It's going to make this very, very difficult indeed. Happy has to come out huge with something here. It's just a huge slippery slope for them at this point, and Shox can't get it done. VirtusPro just all over them, and that's the first death, but just one.
Yeah, well, this is what I was talking about, that dominant CT side they have. Like, you can't get a shot in edgeways here. Like, I think they're going to have to go for something like slowing it down, waiting for the initial smokes to kind of die down a little bit, and then getting the map control, pushing someone back, like even if it's getting an AWPer up onto the boosted boxes, trying to just push the CTs back. We know Snacks plays in the vents, we have that intel, like we know like Pasha plays around the mid box as well. Like you just need to find a way to smoke them out, make them panic a little bit, fall back to the bomb sites, and then we need to control it from that point. I feel like that first gun was a little bit too fast. It boosted someone up trying to get the initial frag there. I just think like just slowing it down and just kind of trying to play off their kind of the mentality they know they're enforcing.
Yeah, we have the fully incendiaries as well, which is thanks to having so many clean rounds, it's all the incendiaries, and that's so powerful, especially to chuck it up on the boost as well when you think a push is going to come in mid. Then the push gets staggered, and you get an easy engagement as CTs. So there's everything for VirtusPro to play with. They got all the utility in their favour. So EnVyUs just looking for that timing to go over the top. Here it is. Go in, and no one ready to face them just yet. Long ranges here for VirtusPro, but Taz by white box. Excellent stuff there from them, not missing a beat on the shots. And Taz knows there's likely someone else here. Shoxy is there, and he's just going to get the jump, spray. Welcome to Counter-Strike, Henry G.
Yeah.
Jump and spray.
Jump and spray for the win. Well, there we go. That is another pretty easy round there for VP. Well, obviously, it was just onto a little eco there. So it's going to be 5-0. Difficult situation, but we have to remind everyone that this is a CT map. This will happen and can happen quite a lot. EnVyUs are by no means out of this. Now, they've picked up the AWP, a change of approach here. Smith will be going for this opening frag. If you can find it, that is such a strong tactic. If you can get that spawn and get to there before the smoke even blooms, it really opens the map up for you, and it's something most teams will go for if they get a spawn for it.
There's a lot of nasty timing picks on this map. You can even get really sick time picks towards checkers if you get that really sick B spawn and catch the guy dropping down from heaven in B. And it's quite rare you see that though. But Taz is the man up close this time. Snax is in his usual spot, the vents. And VirtusPro with their standard setup despite losing Pasha early on. But they haven't sacrificed middle B control. It's actually Bialy who has the extra added pressure of not having Pasha for support, who would normally probably be around the A site with him. Bit of damage exchange there. Taz going to go in here. He wants to even it up, take a big risk, and there's going to actually be a trade. Neo picking up a kill towards the B storage area, and Bialy now fending off Happy from A main. So EnVyUs need to combine their efforts here, but Shox is up on shot. This is massive. They're going to spot over Bialy. Knows that the A bomb site is clean, and Shox is going to continue the dominance, moving around the corner there with that AK-47, spotting Neo, trying to toy with him, just shouldering the angle, but great headshot there from Shoxy. Now it's on Snax, the clutch master, and he won't get the first frag. What a round there from Shox, and it's 3 kills for him. And picks up the AWP as well.
Yeah, it's very important for like Smiths to get that spawn. I think that was a great call from them, like just trying to just break the momentum a little bit, get that first opening frag before the round's essentially even begun. And it's almost impossible for the CTs to even predict that's going to happen. Like the meta is to go out, smoke main, and you're kind of safe there. But if they get that spawn, there's not really much you can do about it. I say that again, and Smiths looked like this is what normally should happen. He does get smoked up before he gets it. That's what normally should happen. But it's going to be back to pick and play here for EnVyUs. They're going to have to see what's available on the map. It's like going out in a kind of classic 2-1-2 here, kind of getting control, working out what the CTs are doing, seeing if they're going to be pushing them or being aggressive, working out what ability's been used, and then they can go into an execute from there.
I have to say, Snax's position is really, really bizarre with the AWP. I don't think you ever see this with the AWP, because you can use it in so many angles on this map that are really strong. You'll never see it here.
Even if he shot someone through that vent, it wouldn't even kill them, would it? Like a body shot with the vent.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah,
just be penetration.
That's why it's a strange position. Like you wouldn't even kill someone if you shot through the vent.
And I kind of like the idea that he can actually drop into checkers, but even still, that's a very exposed position. You're very forwards. If they're pushing, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. But Neo's got his back, as we can see. Does take down an aggressor. And MBK is looking for the AWP player that he suspects should be there, but there is none just yet. Bialy able to lock down A main. He's been doing that so well. Every time they try to challenge for these picks, they just get shut down. And you can see Snax is going to get their headshot. Nice. Who cares? Snax coming into play, the double for him, and MBK is left over with his AWP. So, well, I think that was a big middle finger to us from Snax there.
Yeah, fair play. If you headshot them through the vent, that probably works as well. So, yeah, that's probably what his whole plan was the whole time, was to headshot them with the AWP.
Very nice.
There we go. MBK left with the AWP here, 12 seconds on the round. Like, the CTs have got enough economy to hunt him down. They'll probably just be waiting till that clock runs down just before they all burst out the bomb site here. But if you look at the radar, they're edging ever closer. They know exactly where he is. And as the time runs out now, they want to kill him right now. Then he gets no cash whatsoever. They can find him, and it's not going to happen. And he's manages to save that off. Nice work from him. You can see the look on Taz's face. He looks like, where was he? Did we find him?
Guys. Yeah. Anyone see that?
But there we go. So it's going to be a little bit of a force fight here from EnVyUs. Like, they don't want to get too deep down this rabbit hole of just forcing buys of Tech 9s and utility. Like, fair play, they did save the AWP, but I prefer them just to do a full save. But like, they might be able to convert this into something, and Smiths can find another pick here. But like, looking at the way he smoked out, it's going to be another 20 seconds before he can make his next move.
Oh, that nade.
That nade,
just... It's like Smith has a magnet. And that nade found Found him. 55 health left. Bialy at the back of the site. So he's changed his position. He's normally found towards the kind of upper catwalk, outer catwalk thing, and we have Bialy mixing it up a little bit. Now they are searching for him. They know he's got to be here lurking somewhere, one of these positions. But he's in the corner behind Squeak, next to the quad boxes. Now in comes the execute from TeamEnVyUs. How much damage can Bialy get done? There's kill number 1. If he can get anything else here, that's going to be massive for his team. There's the second one, and he's done his job already. Pasha picks up Shox, who was trying to move through middle. Not going to happen. Smith's going in to try to get it done here by himself, but it's looking really, really troubled at the moment. Just missing these flick shots. And 4 players still left for VirtusPro, and that's all that they need to do. Just crunch into the remainder of the TeamEnVyUs, and 7-1 is now the score. That was a really nice play from Bialy.
Yeah, that was top stuff from them. And you can see this is what I was talking about. These forced buys where you don't even have enough smokes or flashes to even get out onto the bomb site. They smoked off one area, but then it's left quad completely open. It allows players like playing in the MBK position from quad. It's just spraying this to them from the forklifts there. There was no real anything stopping. There was nothing stopping them whatsoever there. Now they're going to be forced into another Rico here. And like, although there's still plenty of rounds to play for, like 7-1 scoreline, we need to start thinking now. What can we do to stop this impenetrable defense?
Yeah, they need some kind of an answer here. They've
so far the only thing they've had so far is getting a good spawn and picking with the orb. That seems like the only idea they've really had to get themselves into a round.
I mean, typically you would find a way, whether it's like a fast middle take, or a delayed one with maybe the wall of smokes or the deeper smokes, or using the executes, like having the Molotovs onto sandbags and stuff. You'd find a way to take middle as a tease. So then you can either B split from it or A split from it. We haven't seen a proper mid control from them once yet.
I think you're absolutely right there. Yeah, using those crisscross smokes from the mid warehouse, blocking off the mid vision at least. Like, we know Snack's be at the vents and Pasha plays the backup from A. Like, using those smokes alone, you isolated Smack straight away into the vents. At that point, if you have 2 people ready on the boost, flash over, get mid control, even just push him out of the vents with a Molotov you like. We know he can kind of counter that, but at least you put him on the back foot, get that mid control, and then you can go from there. Like right now, they're not controlling any of the map before they go into a bomb site. They're showing some presence, but they're not pushing the CTs back at all.
Oh, actually, we have an interesting setup here. Oh, run boost.
I like this.
For the. Can I actually pull it off here? We're going to get the backwards run. Yes, we are. Oh,
no.
They miss it, unfortunately, but again, these grenades are really just nailing Smiths. Poor Smiths. 66 health for him this time, and Bialy on top of the red container. Now this does look like they want to. They could potentially go for a bit of a fake here. Depends. They have all the options available to them, but they don't have middle. It seems like they just respect the middle control here for VirtusPro, not challenging it all that much. And in comes the push, the execute onto this A bomb site. Bialy does get flashed, completely blinded, and Shoxy opening up with 2 massive entry frags. Pasha finally gets the trade frag, but TeamEnVyUs finally with an advantage of their own to call another hit towards B and get them and get themselves that bomb planted. But Pasha is looking strong now. He's got himself a good position too at the back of the bomb site, and his teammates have plenty of time to rotate. Pasha buying so much here for his team, and just backing away safely, keeping himself alive as Snacks comes into play and pulls off the frag onto MBK. So happy now in this situation. Not going to go his way. Neo picks it up, and TeamEnVyUs, they had what they needed there. They got the entry frag, they were on fast onto the site. Shox got 2 kills immediately. And
but still, they're not. At the beginning of the round, they're not keeping the CTs anywhere. Or they need to like possibly work a pick before they go into the executions. Right now, they're going into the bomb site. They might be getting entry frag, but the fact that this is just like Tannoid straight out of that's what they're coming to. The CTs are able to rotate and back up so quickly, and you see like a full-on rush coming from like with Tech 9 and armor as well here. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. They maybe if they can get this first frag, it might actually work out for them, seeing as the CTs haven't really got that much control over it right now.
And MBK's taking 3 shots here, and they're going to actually sandwich these players, so it is actually going to pay off as the distraction is the chaos is really paying off for TeamEnVyUs, and this time they've made it work with the Tech 9s and that fast pace. Sax knows he's not going to pull this one off, and he's going to fall back with that AWP, but their money's going to be really good at the moment, and I think in the previous round the short just wasn't smoked off correctly, and that's why Pasha was just able to take like one fast frag, and he's like, wait, maybe I can just get in here, I can get into a position after that frag, and then that position gave him another one, and then he was just going to be broken, so perhaps a few tricks being missed there by TeamEnVyUs. Oh, this is brave. Are you serious? No. Oh my god, no way. I cannot believe he even would think to go for that. Just trying to ninja it. He almost got it, Henry.
That could have been so sick. That would have been like the end of the game right there. The arguments that would have been stewed and MVS would have just ruined everything. That was like...
But where did that come from? He just...
I don't know, like I was kind of just thinking, I wasn't really watching, I thought he was just saving.
And
all of a sudden he's like on the bomb defusing with 1 second remaining. That could have actually been a thing.
That was such
really cool.
a good fake on the save that even fooled us.
Yeah, we weren't even watching.
Even though we're watching him.
Yeah, so they've actually mixed things up here now. Pasha actually picking up the auto sniper here. This works so well on the A-bomb site because you obviously have the option to spam into the squeaky door there and through the smokes that get dropped. So this could work out incredibly well for them. If Bialy can just kind of get the aggro for him and kind of cause it a little bit of distraction, like, here we go, this is what I'm talking about. This should be it. Now he's caused a distraction now. They won't really be aware the auto sniper's there and he could have a free roam as soon as they execute onto him.
Getting out to middle, Taz is a perfect position. They're not going to check sandbags. There's too many spots to check. They commit towards short, and it's the trade coming in from MBK that will be good. And that middle is controlled by Envious. And the problem is, though, that no damage has been done towards A. They could really have used a frag on either Bialy or Pasha, but it's not going to happen. And MBK gets eliminated on short as well. So they don't have anyone on B. But still, there's 3 players left for VirtusPro, so they're kind of confident here. And Pasha's on the angle. He gets the kill with the Scar 22 easily, and 10-2 is now the score.
So that after winning that second round, obviously resets their money. But the economy doesn't look too bad. They can force this. It will be a force day. Like you can see, there's a scout coming out. There is an AWP in hand, but it's going to be a bit of a ropey round, to say the least. Like there's not much in terms of grenades there, but we can see what gun Smith actually running there. He's not gone Glock, has he?
That's what the overlay says, just the Glock.
He can't have just gone Glock. That's not a thing.
I know he goes to scout.
Thank God for that.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so a bit of a normal round coming out here from Envious. They got Shocks just trying to run a bit of a distraction towards the B storage area. And he's actually going to bait out some smokes as well. So Envious now going for another play into this A-bomb site. There's the Molotov for quad. They're looking for the player that would have crossed if they had been in that position, but no one is there. So they've eliminated that possibility. And in with another Molotov now to keep the pressure up and to discover out where these players are actually standing. And it's still Bialy at Forklift. This guy is so strong here. There's the spray. Only gets one. Great trade there coming in from MBK as they push on into the bomb site. Pasha's on the angle though. And there's the shot with the Scar. And that's going to be it. Bomb is dropped and the players, VirtusPro all in position. But here comes Shocks. Oh, he wants to get closer before he makes a shot.
That's good.
He wants to make sure it's a short thing here. And oh, the timing. Oh my goodness. Neo coming in at the perfect moment. But he's now alone against Kiyoshima and Happy as that bomb still needs to get planted, and he knows that. There's a quick one-on-one, but he won't get the frag just yet. Going down, and here is potentially the double P coming in from Envious. Just playing with him, and there it is. Good stuff. Happy gets the wall bang frag, and Envious pick up their 3rd round, but it's really hard for them at the moment still.
Yeah, no, that kind of force buy worked out for them there. Good play on the A-bomb site. Managed to cut, like, there's so many different setups CTs can run, and I think Envious are choosing the right time to go to the A-bomb site, and they haven't really got that much presence there. They're leaving Bialy there and by that forklift position, and unless he makes his first frag there, it's going to be very difficult for the CTs to retake that site once the smokes go down. We saw Pasha actually pick up an auto sniper kill, but from that, it was very difficult for them to hold.
And it's, we've got 3 guys towards A at the moment. Oh no, sorry, that's just the smoke of the decoy in there. So 10-3, VirtusPro. Nice crossfire setup here between Taz and Bialy. So really, they're constantly mixing things up.
They're adapting to what's going on. They've lost a couple of rounds in A now, so I think they're just trying to shut down every while they think they can get their rounds. Oh,
and there's the trade in from Bialy, and in fact, he doesn't get the player that's weak. He takes a full-on frag on Smiths, and now it's a 3-on-3 coming into play as middle is still controlled by Snacks. So if there is to be a short split onto that A-bomb site, he's going to be able to understand what is happening and beat it out. But they're still trying to get through A main, and they have to. They're committed. The bomb is down there, and that's what VirtusPro are counting on. There's Snacks. Oh, he wins it there with the MP9, and now it's going to have to be down to a massive play from Shocks. He won't deliver this time, and another round goes to VirtusPro. And it feels like, Henry, that Envious just have so much respect towards the B and mid defense of VirtusPro, and to be fair, the positions that they play are good for that, but maybe they're giving them too much respect. We're not seeing the Molotovs into the vent, towards the sandbags, towards the smoke. We're still not seeing any execution in mid.
This isn't what the MVS were used to seeing on this map. Like, it seems like they've been like stunned a little bit. Maybe that train game's kind of knocked their confidence a little bit. I'm not really sure what's going on here. They keep focusing on A-Lab. It looks like actually is going towards there straight away again. And although they've got a couple of rounds there, like, this shouldn't work out for them, really. Like, well, they actually managed to pick up the entry frag there. This might go either way now.
And a great range there from Taz, found by that M4, and he's going to get maybe a second one, but Patrick comes in from the side as well. There's good positioning here for VirtusPro. 2 players left, 18 health collectively on 2 of them, so that's not anything to shout about. And Snacks comes in from the flank, spots 1 player, and unfortunately no HE grenade for him. But it's just shots left, and he gets discovered. And there it is, Snacks going to take the kill. 12-3 first half there, VirtusPro looking completely dominant. But again, the big question mark is, EnVyUs, it felt like they gave up too easily on middle.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, there was just, it felt like such a quick half. Like, it just kind of flashed before us. Like, there was such quick rounds. There was no time for them to actually build up into something. There was no like narrative to the rounds. Normally, you'll see teams like boost a couple of people up and like build to something. Like they won't show straight away. They'll use smokes, flash over, have a couple of people going out middle, a couple of people utilizing the boost position, and from that point you get a kill or you take mid control, and that's when the CTs don't have intel on you. Then so you've got 2 options. So
the CTs usually will just throw 1 smoke on the entrance, but like you say, if you have the Molotov in the vent and all the smokes, all you have to do then is throw like a pop flash in, so then have players looking right and left as there's 2 just sitting on the boost, and it's like a perfect execute in. It's usually very effective, so surprising, but perhaps EnVyUs are going to have that pistol victory. We'll have to see the setup. They've actually got players towards A right now, so, and they're going to push A main also, so quick info. They know that it's not going to be an A rush, but there's decoys all over the place from VirtusPro, which is kind of nice to see actually.
Yeah. I think the decoy is definitely underrated. I think that's going to come into the game in the next year or so, like people utilising that properly.
And also then just starting to just shoot randomly themselves, just to play with the decoys, so they just never can really know.
Yeah.
But 3 players still on A for EnVyUs, and 2 very defensive on B. Not super common, but it is going to be happy that picks up the first frag. Now the push comes in from these terrorists. VirtusPro looking for that bomb plant. Not going to happen just yet. Great start here so far from EnVyUs. Snacks tries to get something done. He's on position on the bomb site, but they all get eliminated. Looks very strong there for EnVyUs. Nice setup, nice execution, and they will start off with a nice economy.
Yeah, just to make it clear, like that EnVyUs are by no means out of this game.
Yeah.
Now they've won the pistol. Like, although they've got a massive mountain to climb, there's absolutely no reason why they can't do what VirtusPro to them straight back. It's a very CT-sided map, and the Ts do have to work hard to get rounds. As long as they don't make any silly mistakes on these next couple of rounds, we can see VirtusPro have opted for armor and a scout there as well. So they are looking to win this one and kind of get back into the economy. But let's see how this one pans out as they execute on today's side here.
Okay, we're going to have good positions here. MBK going to go down, though. He does drop the Molotov before that happens, but wow, these frags coming in very quickly now. EnVyUs push back into the defense, and Happy will not be able to weather the storm of Polish players as they arrive onto that A-bomb site. In comes Shox now, just really smart smoke there off Forklift, but smart smokes from the terrorists as well, as Shoxy goes down to the MP9 of Snacks. And there goes Kiyoshima. Can't win that duel, and Neo comes out on top to give VirtusPro around, and that is really crippling. Couldn't have gone worse for EnVyUs.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. Look how they're up against the ropes now. This might be the moment you think, oh, do we need a timeout? Because I'm not really sure what's going to happen here.
Like, they have to basically...
They're going to have to try and do what just happened to them, do it straight back. But it's going to be so difficult. As Ts, you can just focus on one bomb site and just hope for the best and get out. If you make the frag, you get the bomb down. CTs, you kind of have to just guess where the Ts might be going and then base it on that. But it looks like they've actually opted for a pretty normal setup here. It's like a 2-1-2. But let's see how it pans out for them. I'm not really sure what they can do with it. Like, as long as the VirtusPro play it properly and clear out the choke points, they should be okay. This kill is going to be important.
And there you go. We're going to have Neo just going out by himself on the lonesome. And you got to give a question to that.
Yeah,
those kinds of moves in rounds like this.
It's such a big round in the end, like closing the game out, and you're like going and dying by yourself and not even having a teammate there.
There's no need for it, I think, but Happy, he's now pushed in around the side of Squeak for his team, so they're going to have some good info now. They've eliminated so many positions because of Happy. They can start rotating. We're already seeing the rotate coming in, but is it going to be fast enough? VirtusPro quickly up on the bomb side. The jumping MP9 is going to secure the kill from Snacks and Viali. Lots of good work done here on the entry for VirtusPro. Just happy in for the back end MBK as well with the scout. And there's not a lot he can do against 4 players with that bomb ticking away and no kit to speak of either. So yeah, this is looking very grim for them. An exit frag found by MBK as they try to get out of it, but challenge is going to keep coming. But a great shot there from MBK, but it's small consolation at this point.
Yeah, he's actually quite famous these days with these jumping scout shots. I think he's probably one of the best people with it. Like he's found the perfect positions to actually utilise that scout. It's going to be a shame if we don't get to see MVS get back into this one, as I'd actually like to think they're one of the best CT teams on this map. But with the scoreline being what it is, and the fact they just did a force buy there, 14 for 4, and they've got like $2,000 between them. Like, you've got to question what they can actually do to get back into this. Like, do they eco and try and draw, like go for the next gun run and go for the draw, or do they do another one of those sloppy buys there? So they're going for the scout buy here.
Hey, there's overtime, so
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
they've gone kind of all in here, like with the scouts. They're kind of hoping they're going to get this one.
Yeah, I think it's actually can be quite smart here. Low percentage, but they need to get themselves back in this right now. There's no rounds to play with. VirtusPro on the brink, on the precipice of winning this match, and we're going to have the push in from Happy now, taking those big risks as they have to. Now we've got Snacks just turning the corner, and we will find Happy, and we'll dispatch him easily. Now it's just 2 members left for Envious, and they're putting again everything into these rounds, and they're really trying to abuse the jumping hitboxes that are so unreliable at the moment. So it's actually good to see Envious are trying to abuse the what some would consider the broken things in the game. And Smith now is going to find himself at the mercy of Taz and his rifle. So we're going to have a match point here for VirtusPro, and a 2-0 here from VirtusPro. That's I think many would not have expected such a dominant performance from them, but hey, they had
I thought this map was going to be really close. I thought it was going to be on a knife edge as to who won it. I feel like getting CT first for VP was incredibly important. They just carried on that momentum from the CT train they picked up in the last map. And it just carried on here. Like, they were just so decisive, and I didn't fall for any of the well, to be fair, there wasn't much to fall for. It was just like simple A takes that they had to defend, and it wasn't really working for MVS at all.
Oh no, Smith gave away his position there, so he won't get a quick kill for MVS either. So they are losing men pretty rapidly at this point. I think one thing worth noting is that about their T side, and we're talking about middle and so on, they switched caller to Shocks. So
okay,
this could be a very big difference in the calling from Happy and Shocks on this map in particular.
Happy was the caller before, right? So moving to him, maybe Shocks' approach is a lot less tactical compared to Happy's. Maybe Shocks is going for the all-out fragging, picking abilities, where Happy would kind of approach with a more tactical insight.
Absolutely, it's very, very possible. I'm sure we're going to get the answers soon enough, but at this point, it's not worked out on cash for them. And we saw also they struggled on T side of Train heavily, much more so than VirtusPro did. And they're about to make this happen now. It's just Happy left with his 5/7 armor, and it's a pretty harsh reality for him. Right, to save this, I just have to kill 5 players from VirtusPro. They all have rifles, and I've got a 5/7, and the bomb's down, and I don't have a kit, by the way. So,
like,
so
what's the plan here?
Doesn't get worse than this position right now for Happy.
5/7, no kit, 5 men to kill, 35 seconds to do it.
Yeah, I think
it could happen.
It could happen. It could happen, Henry. But it will.